Ready to push Fusion to the next level? Let's make your edits look unreal. Alright guys, in this trick we're going to create a split object transition. A really cool and smooth effect that makes your cuts look professional. First, drag your clips onto the timeline and edit them as you like. As you can see, I have 2 clips on my timeline. Trimmed them, adjusted their duration, and marked the area where I want my transition to happen. Now let's start the trick. Right-click on your second clip and choose Retime Controls. Then click on the small arrow here and select Freeze Frame. You'll notice a freeze frame has been added at the beginning of your clip. Keep only as much freeze frame as you need. In my case, this much is enough, so I'll press B to activate the blade tool and cut the clip right here. Now, right-click on the remaining part of the second clip again, go to Retime Controls, click the arrow and remove the freeze frame. You can see the first part is our freeze frame, and the rest is normal video. Next, drag this freeze frame up and place it above the first clip, aligning it right at the end of the first clip. Then merge your second clip back with the first one so it flows smoothly. Now the upper layer, our freeze frame, is where we'll apply the actual transition. Right-click on it and choose New Fusion Clip. Now go to Fusion Panel. You'll see 2 nodes, Media In and Media Out. Select Media In, press Ctrl plus Shift plus Spacebar, search for background and add it. You'll see a merge node automatically created between them. Select the background node and on the right side set alpha to 0, so it becomes transparent. Now add a polygon node to create a custom mask. Select the polygon node. Zoom into the viewer and start masking your object carefully. This step might take a little time, but trust me, it's totally worth it once you see the final result. Just take your time and follow the edges of your object carefully, don't rush this part. And if you make a mistake, simply undo and fix that point. The more accurate your mask is, the better this transition will look in the end. Alright, my masking is done. Now, go back to the node editor and connect the polygon node to the Media In node, just like this. You'll see in the viewer, only our object is visible, the background is transparent. If the masking doesn't look perfect, just refine it a bit. Okay, this looks good now. Now adding animation. Next, let's add a transform node. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus Spacebar, search for transform and add it. Now we'll animate our object using Center X. Set a keyframe for Center X and Y at the start, and move the object slightly outside the frame to the right. Then move the playhead to the end of the clip, and bring Center X back to 0.5. Now play it and you'll see the object moves from right to left. Nice and smooth. To make it look even better, open the transform settings and enable motion blur. Set the quality to 6 for a smoother motion. Now open the spline editor, check the transform box and hit fit to zoom. Select both keyframes. Press S to smooth them, and adjust the handles a bit to make the motion more natural. Play it back, see that? The object enters the frame quickly and smoothly, just the way I want it. Turn off the spline editor. Go back to the edit page, and watch your timeline. Our split object transition is ready, and it looks super clean and cinematic. I'm sure you'll love this one. In this trick we're going to create a dreamy prism blur effect, which gives your footage that soft, glowing cinematic look, just like a dream sequence or fantasy shot. First, drag your footage onto the timeline. Now, right-click on it and choose New Fusion Clip. Next, go to the Fusion panel. As always, we'll start with 2 nodes, Media In and Media Out. Select the Media In node, press Ctrl plus Shift plus Spacebar, and search for Prism Blur. Click on it and add it to your node tree. Now select the Prism Blur node, and on the right side inspector, we'll adjust its settings. Start by slightly increasing the blur strength, just enough to get that dreamy softness. Then increase the aberration distance a little bit, followed by the aberration strength. You can fine-tune these settings according to your video style. The key is to make the glow feel natural, not overdone. In the viewer window you can also change the position of the rays. I'll move mine slightly upward so it looks like the light rays are coming from the sky. Now go back to the edit page, play it, and you'll see, it already looks pretty cool. We've created this on a stock exterior shot, but if you want to apply it to a specific subject like a face or person, the process is slightly different. Let me show you. From the media pool, drag your main video onto the timeline again. Then go to the color page. On the right side, open the effects panel and search for Prism Blur. Now create a new node, so you'll have 2 in total, and drag the Prism Blur effect onto the second node. Next, on the left side of the viewer, click the FX icon and open the Power Window tools. Select the circle mask and position it right over the face. This will help us isolate the subject perfectly. Now, click the invert button so the blur applies everywhere except the face. You'll notice the blur disappears from the face area. That's exactly what we want. Back on the right side, you can again adjust the aberration distance and strength values according to your footage. That looks good for me. Now when we play the video, you'll see the circle mask stays still, but our subject is moving. So let's fix that by tracking it. Go to the tracker panel and hit fast forward to let DaVinci track the face automatically. You'll see the mask perfectly follows the movement of the subject. Once tracking is complete, go back to the edit page and play the clip. And there you go. Our Dreamy Prism blur effect is ready, soft, cinematic, and perfectly tracked. It's a beautiful way to give your footage that glowing dreamlike feel. In this trick, we're going to create a dynamic mirror effect. A super quick and creative way to stylize your footage with just one click. First, drag your footage onto the timeline. Now, on the left side, go to the effects panel, open the effects section, and drag an adjustment clip right above your video. Next, select the adjustment clip and head over to the Fusion panel. Here you'll see two default nodes, Media In and Media Out. Select the Media In node, press Ctrl plus Shift plus Spacebar, and search for mirrors. Click to add it, and instantly you'll see a mirrored version of your footage appear in the viewer. Now this effect has multiple looks. You'll see the default mirrored look. It's clean and centered, great for quick reflections or symmetrical shots. Next, go to the inspector panel on the right. Here, change the angle to 90 degrees. You'll notice the mirror flips vertically, creating a new reflection style. You can also fine-tune its Y position to align it perfectly with your footage. This gives a nice top-to-bottom reflection look, perfect for architecture, skies, or any shot with vertical symmetry. Now for a third variation, enable the flip option. Now change the angle from 90 back to 0 degrees. And instantly you'll get another creative mirrored version. This one looks really cool and gives a dynamic split-screen style reflection. That's it. I hope you learned something new today, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tutorials right here on Visual Nova. If you've missed any of the previous Fusion parts, make sure to check them out. All the links are available in the description below.